Using the resource board. The resource board will be the center for your collaborative research on your papers. You can use it to access networked content from the class and to post your own queries for research help. In the process of posting, you will help the shared knowledge base grow richer, deeper, and more varied. As you research your paper, you can browse the research board to generate ideas, find connections, and push your research forward. For example, you might open a card that interests you in the glossary column and see a link to another subject or artist. Or you might click on an artist and find a topic in the glossary. As you click from card to card, you'll begin to make connections that will inspire your own paper. At the same time, you can add more links between any two cards, creating a growing network of wormholes that might be picked up by other students. Not only will this help other people make connections, but adding links between cards helps reinforce the connection for you and creates a kind of map of your thoughts. Here's an example. When I first read Margaret Wertheim's essay on mathematics and crochet, I came across her use of the term Klineman swerve to describe slight imperfections in stitching that led to more unique and organic forms in corals. This idea had profound implications for me, so I Googled the term and discovered that it originated with the Greek philosopher Lucretius, who used it to describe his theory that primordial matter was formed when atoms swerved slightly off their standard path. This concept had deeply intriguing affinities with contemporary theories of indeterminacy and quantum theory, symmetry breaking after the Big Bang, and ongoing debates about free will and causality. I'm fascinated that these incredibly complex, cutting-edge theories were actually articulated thousands of years ago in poetically minimal language by thinkers who had no access to modern technology. Next, I did a Google image search and came across this image. This is an installation by Celeste Bossier-Morganat called Klineman version 4. Further research into the work led to a deep dive into the artist and his beautiful project, both of which are now cards on the resource board. If I were a student, I'd be well on my way now to a research paper on Klineman swerve, with 2 contemporary art projects and a historical reference already laid out in front of me. My hope is that the resources board can function in a similar way for you. How to post cards. The resource board is a living, dynamic thing that can evolve and grow. Like all living things, its parts must be integrated and networked to survive. Please make sure that when you post a card on the resource board, you link it to at least one other card. You can link to a card on the resource board, or you can link to a card from any earlier Trello board. Linking your card will ensure 2 things. 1, that the card will continue to function with maximum interaction, and 2, that the card is important enough to be included on the board in the first place. Procedure. Anyone can add a card to the Scientists, Artists, Theories, and Works column. At any time, you could add links to any card, including the glossary column. The glossary cards are based on homework and classroom content that I've shared. I will continue to update this column as we move further into the semester, but please don't add cards to the glossary. However, I'm sure there are topics that I've missed, so if you have a suggestion for a new card, let me know. What to include on cards. When posting a card, please include a title. If you are posting a person's name, please list it first name first, last name last, so that the column can be sorted alphabetically. A cover image. This can be a JPEG or an online image. At least one link to an existing card in a different column, such as Works or Glossary. Use the Trello option after clicking Attachment. You can link to cards from other boards by typing the card's name into the search bar that appears after clicking Trello. You may want to include links with additional material. When attaching a link, please add a title and author when available for link name.